Are you looking for the perfect keto chicken salad? Have you ever eaten at a chicken salad chick? While they do have some technically keto options there, their chicken salads are made with some inflammatory oils. So if you want to avoid that and still get all the delicious taste, stick around and check this out. Chicken Salad Chick has about 250 locations throughout the South. It started as a small business. The lady delivered chicken salad to teachers door to door, and she turned that into a thriving franchise. And if you've never had their chicken salad, you need to try it, but then learn to make it on your own a little bit healthier. And whether you're looking to make it healthier or just a little less expensive, because it can be pricey, I'm going to show you how to make chicken salad. And I think you're really going to love it. Now, I know, some of the keto police say you shouldn't eat chicken. Do you hear that? It sounds like the keto police. It is the keto police! Okay, now that they're gone, I can just tell you, I've lost 75 pounds, turned around a whole lot of health conditions, and totally improved the quality of my life. And I ate chicken salad while I was doing it. Hell, you can eat hot dogs and be keto technically, but enough about that. Let me just get into this chicken salad recipe, show you how to make it, and let's get the ingredients together for it. So here's what we're going to need for our Chicken Salad Chick Classic Carol recipe. We're going to need 2 cans of this chicken breast, and I get this at Sam's. These are 12.5 ounces a piece. You're going to need 2 cans of that. You're going to need half a cup of my Duke's mayonnaise. You're going to need some of this bone broth concentrate. I find this at Walmart. You're going to need some pepper. You're going to need some salt. And you're going to need a ranch dressing mix. Now, I actually make my own ranch dressing, but I wanted to include this because this is the one I've found that is lowest in carbs. Most of them, if you look at the label on the back, the serving size is 1/4 teaspoon, and they have 1 gram of carbs. So this one is a full teaspoon, 2 grams of carbs. You get a little bit of fiber in there, but we're going to use 2 tablespoons in this entire recipe, so you're not getting a lot of carbs out of it. But I will be posting the video of my ranch dressing mix or ranch seasoning real soon, so y'all keep an eye out for that. And you're going to need some celery. And the 2 kitchen things that I would recommend is you're going to have a Ninja, some sort of high-speed blender. Because what we're going to do is take this chicken, and we want that same consistency that Chicken Salad Chick comes up with, so we need to blend it up just a little bit. And then I like to use this Smart Chopper, and basically what this is, it has some blades in here, and it will chop up onions, celery, carrots, whatever you have, and it just gives it a uniform dice. And basically all you do is put it in here, slam that down, and then it holds it down in the bottom there for you. And it just makes it really easy, especially if you're chopping a lot, but I'll show you how that works. So I'm going to measure out all my ingredients. And this is super simple to put together. I want to make this really easy for you, which is why I use this ranch dressing mix instead of making my own. But once you make some of mine, then you can keep it on hand and keep it in the glass container, and you'll always have it whenever you want to whip this up. But this is just going to make it real easy. So I'll gather everything together, chop everything up, and we will mix it up and give it a taste. Now you're going to want to drain this chicken, so basically all I do is I'll just pop the lid just a little bit like that. You can squeeze it and get all the water out of it. You don't have to open this all the way up and use a strainer or anything like that. Just get it most of the way drained. And you have this huge bunch of celery here, and we're only using 2 tablespoons for this recipe. So what in the world can you do with the rest of this? I've got a French onion dip recipe that I love to have with my low-carb tortilla chips, but it is also great with this celery. So make sure you check that out, but that's what you can do with all this leftover celery. If you want to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button, hit the bell, and anytime I do a new video, you'll know about it. So to my Ninja, I went ahead and added both of the cans of chicken. I'm going to go in here with half a cup of my Duke's mayonnaise. Now I am working on a new version of this mayonnaise, and this is it. A lot of people have had trouble, if you don't have a really good immersion blender, a lot of people have had trouble getting this to this consistency. So I've been working on something new. I think you're going to like it, but you can see how thick this is. And I've got a really good immersion blender, so mine's like that anyway. But But I don't have anybody helping me record today, so I'm going to need to get a spatula and get the rest of this out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got my mayonnaise in there. And now to this is a secret ingredient, so don't tell anybody. They'll all be doing it. But you want about a half teaspoon of this bone broth concentrate. So just put a little half teaspoon in there. I'm going to also add in, and this is 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there too. And what you're saving for the end is the celery, because you don't want that to dice up. You want to leave that a little bit chunky. So I'm going to put the lid on this. And what I'm going to do is just turn it on. I'm just going to pulse it a few times. The chicken salad chick has a really smooth consistency. So I'm just going to do this a few times. And I'm going to scrape down the sides and just pulse it again to get that smooth consistency that they're known for. So I just removed the lid, took a look at it, and see how there's big chunks in there like that? The chicken salad chicken is not like that, so it needs to be a little smoother. You can skip this step if you want and have a chunkier chicken salad that'll still taste the same, but I like that consistency. We're making plenty more good recipes like this. So I'm just going to go ahead and just push that down in there. Try to get those chunks down towards the bottom a little. Give it a few more pulses. I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. I got so excited looking forward to this that I forgot one part that you want to do now. So before you pulse it again and get it smooth, go ahead and put that ranch dressing powder in there. And then I'm just going to give it a little bit of a mix here, just so I don't have powder flying up everywhere. But just mix it in a little bit like that. These blades will incorporate it all the way throughout. But I'll go ahead and put the lid back on, give it a few more pulses. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm actually just going to put it on a dough setting. It's just a low speed, just to mix that in real good. You don't want it like a paste. You want a few chunks left in there, but not many. Okay, so I ran it through there just for a minute. So can you see the consistency on this? It's got a few chunks left in it, but it's pretty smooth. So I'm going to put it into a bowl. We're going to mix in the celery. We're going to be ready to serve this. Here's what it looks like when it's done. You can see that smooth consistency there. I'm just going to put the celery in there, 2 tablespoons of celery. And I'll put this recipe down below too, so you don't have to worry about trying to write everything down. But I'm going to stir this in, and I'll show you how I like to serve it. All the celery's mixed in now. So I'm going to put it in the fridge and leave it in there for at least 30 minutes, preferably an hour, but 30 minutes will be fine. You just want it to be nice and chilled. So the way I like to serve it is just like Chicken Salad Chick does. Just going to take some lettuce. We had some lettuce left over for some tacos we did the other night. Just going to do a little bed of lettuce here. And then we're going to use a half cup. Going to pack it in pretty nice. Put that right on the top like that. If you want to get super fancy, or if you got a round measuring cup, they use this huge ice cream scooper, which I don't even know where they find one like that, but they use this big scoop, but it's about 4 ounces per serving, and the biggest scoop that I could find was 2 ounces. So I don't know where they get it from. If you just want to do that, it's going to make it look a little more like theirs. And I'm ready to eat this. I hope y'all enjoy it. So that's a super simple recipe that you can put together. I hope you can see how easy that is, but totally delicious. And I'm going to put a couple videos on either side that have more ideas just like this to help you succeed on your keto diet and still eating all the delicious standard American foods. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell, and definitely leave me a comment when you make this. I want to know how you like it. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.